Good morning, boomers. It's the voice of the blockchain, Satoshi's biggest cousin, your favorite live streamer's favorite live streamer, Champagne Crypto. Thank you for tuning in. Good morning to Rafterman, our crypto maniac brother over there on the YouTube chat box. Shout out to everybody on D Live. Make sure you're caressing those buttons for me. Like, subscribe, post notification. The post-election rally continues. Bitcoin crashing through 15,000 yesterday, approaching almost 16,000. This thing can't stop, won't stop. The bad boy of crypto, Bitcoin. And I'm excited. I'll tell you that much. I'm excited. Shout out to the bits. And now we're starting to see the altcoins awaken. I'm seeing some coins there that are even moving faster than Bitcoin. So it seems like a rising tide lifts, if not all, most ships here as Bitcoin rises the tide here in the crypto space. The stocks are taking a breath right now. S&P and the Dow are basically sideways after a rally yesterday. Let's see. We still have no clear results, but it seems like the mainstream is leaning over towards Joey. And you got Donnie complaining. May go to the courts. Who knows? And at this point, who cares when the market's going up? I'm sure a lot of people do. And, you know, at this point, guys, I don't know what to say. I mean, I've been telling you guys it's all funny bunny. It's not left. It's not right. It's the same bird. So, you know, I'm glad that the bits are up and that we're not getting clapped. So shout out to that. Go ahead and turn off these coins. You can see the markets here. S&P at 34.86. Dow, they're at 28.215, basically trading sideways. Energy is down. Crude is, you know, under pressure, which is not a good sign. Let's see how the metals are hanging out. Metals are doing good. 1948 on gold. Silver, they're at 25.6. Let's see the currency indices. U.S. dollar basically sideways there at 92.5. The bonds are going back up a lot at 0.822. They're at up 7% for the 10-year, almost 8%. This is stock market bullish. Okay. And then cryptos is the talk of the town. Yeah, Bitcoin pulled back, but it reached a high recently there at a 15,977, almost 16,000, an explosion for Bitcoin on the networks, exceeding everybody's expectations. I'll be honest with you. I mean, I did expect it to move forward. I think we're in a northward trajectory, but as far as like moving so fast this week, exceeding our expectations, up 115% year to date. And in the past month alone, Bitcoin has put on 36% weight gain out here. So kaboom to that. Top performing asset class, crypto. And I'll tell you guys, I don't see why anybody would be saving US dollars in a traditional bank account. And, you know, as far as the 401ks, I don't even know. I mean, I would consider, you know, putting more into bits, dollar cost averaging, because in my opinion, guys, this thing is not going to stop. You know, Bitcoin may hit the all-time high and may crash through it and may come back. But, you know, 2-3 years from now, I think Bitcoin's going to still be around, just like Apple stuck around. And it was around in the 90s. It's still around today. You know, Microsoft was around in the 90s. It's still around today. I would say I'm expecting Bitcoin to behave similarly. You know, I think in, 10, 20 years from now, Bitcoin will still be around. You know, hopefully it is and at a higher price. So, you know, I talked about this yesterday. You know, if you're just trading for the short to midterm, consider taking profits. Obviously, it's pumping. But, you know, if you don't need to and you can hold for a longer time, I mean, I would see Bitcoin's weight gaining even more in the next few years. So, but, you know, I'm not mad at those taking a little profit off the top here, you know, during this pump. You're looking at, you know, a nice pump here. And indeed, I think that there will be a pullback, but I don't see that pullback coming. I don't see it coming today, at least. You can see technicals are still reading buy. Strong buy on the summary. Moving average is strong buy. Even a month projection is looking good. 1 week. I mean, there's barely anything reading sell. On the 1 day, you got some of the, you know, commodity channel index, Williams percent rates. But, you know, for the most part here, it's strong technical moving average. And I bought more Bitcoin yesterday on Tron. I'll be honest with you. I was sitting on some Tron there, and I, you know, haven't done any new plays this week. And I was like, you know what? Let me just move this over to Bitcoin. And I bought it right there on Tron. So and it's up. So, kaboom! And you could do that on ETH as well. And I'm excited about that. So let's go ahead and run down the math over here. Drop a comment. Let me know what's shaking and baking. Shout out to everybody there on D Live. And BIBNIDA says, hey, friends, if ETH moons, how could the dibs from Wise compete? Seems like it's better time to collect ETH than to spend it. What do you think? I replied that I don't think the two are in competition at all. You're comparing like a small altcoin project that has to do with staking and CDs and bonds to like a blue chipper. So, you can make that argument for almost any altcoin. So I don't believe that the two are in competition at all. And, one is a speculative play and the other one, Ethereum, is a long-term play, in my opinion. So there you go. Let me drop some ducats here in the bucket. I'm going to put 50 lemons in the chest. Rafterman's here. He says, I have not stopped pulling the trigger on Bitcoin. No, I don't think it's that anyone should, in my opinion. I mean, like, if, I had to give my personal opinion on what the average person should do, dollar cost average every week or every month, just continue to buy into Bitcoin as a savings account. Whether it be $20, whether it be 200 or 2,000, it's just steady. Just, as you would save in a piggy bank, just save into Bitcoin. That's it. Every time you can, just throw it into the piggy bank. I mean, it's proven way better. Even if you had a Bitcoin piggy bank where you would just literally put in pennies on the dollar every day into it, let's say, figuratively, or, for this example, it would do better than the piggy bank at your house. I mean, it's moving quickly. Hopefully, and it stays that way. And I would expect it to. Shout out to everybody there on D Live. I just threw 50 in the box. Let's go ahead and run down the prices here as the altcoins begin to gain weight. Let me hit refresh. And wow, Ether doing good. 439 on Ether. Ether's doing up 6%. Listen, Bitcoin makes its move, and not too long thereafter, Ether makes its move. So, Bitcoin's up 14.7 in the week. Ether's up 13.5. And it may even put on more weight next week. So, keep an eye on both these characters. I think Ether in the short term, I think it can gain more weight. In the midterm, it can gain more weight than Bitcoin. I think the short term right now, Bitcoin is risk off. Right now, the greed with Bitcoin is high. But don't sleep on Ether, guys. I mean, Ether's all-time high is what, like 12 or 14? This thing can move. Ripple at 25 cents. Ripple, it's kind of stuck there. Bitcoin Cash, 253. Chainlink, 1155. Binance, 28. Polkadot, 449. Polkadot did all right this week. Litecoin, 61. How about Litecoin finally cracking $60? Cardano on number 10 at 10 cents. We'll skip SV. And you got EOS at 250. Monero at 120. And Wrapped Bitcoin at 15. Wrapped Bitcoin there on ETH. I'm telling you, ETH has a lot of value. And then you got Tron basically sitting sideways, actually down 3% in the past week. That's what I said about this. You play around with Tron, it's all good, but then it kind of holds steady, and then Bitcoin starts taking off. So keep an eye on it. So I moved some Tron from my wallet straight into Tron on Bitcoin. So we'll keep an eye on that. Now let's look at my watch list. I'm seeing a lot of altcoins here on my watch list moving. You got YFI is up 27% against Bitcoin. Sushi's up 16%. A lot of these DeFi coins are starting to gain weight now. A lot of these altcoins. Let me go back to CoinGecko and see what the gainers are. In the past 24 hours here, Aave is up 26%. How about that? Decentraland, I like this coin. Band Protocol, Uniswap, Yearn Finance up 15% in the past 24. Some of these DeFi coins are putting on that weight. Keep an eye on them. Rafterman never stopped on ETH nor Litecoin. Yeah, you made some gains there on Litecoin. Litecoin did make some moves, and so did ETH. So, listen, the blue chippers, they've proven to behave favorably in the long run. The bits and the ETH, and not so much Litecoin until this month. Brother Crypto, what do you think about IOTA? I know they recently did some partnership with someone else, but I'll be honest with you, like it was a cool idea, and they made a lot more noise like 2-3 years ago. It's just another altcoin amongst many. I like the Internet of Things. I like the idea. It's a cool story, bro. And I know they did partner with Volkswagen or something like that a few years ago. But other than that, other than its cool idea, I don't see how it's moving any more than any other altcoins. But I do like the idea. I remember when IOTA was in top 20, and it's no longer. Usually that's what happens. But buying Litecoin when it was lower stacks of my wallet, yeah. Shout out to you. And let us know if you're still in Celsius, because I saw Celsius gaining a lot of weight as well. The Celsius coin. Take a look at Banker. I've been speculating on this coin and on this platform and made some gains. Banker dumping at 0.29 after going up to 41 just a couple days ago. I bought the dip at 24 and then I sold at 30, 31. And now it's back down. I may consider buying the dip if it goes a little bit lower. I'll keep an eye on this one. And then I'm still obviously in T2X, which is, steady staker. This one is the one, as far as all the staking platforms on Tron, it seems like this one is the one that's stuck around the longest, and it's consistent. And then, of course, I'm most excited about Wise, and we have people asking about it there on DLive. And I don't think Wise is in competition with any of the big blue chips. I just look at this as more of a speculative play, the same way I'm looking at T2X and some of the lower, smaller cap coins. But yeah, this one is really exciting. Read through this, guys. Read through the docs and, let me know about this. I'm seeing a lot of tubers throwing several ETH at this. I saw someone throw like 20 ETH, another person 10. Someone clicked on my link and threw 7 ETH. Now I'm a little bit more than 2 ETH into this, and I will throw another ETH. And I'm strongly considering maybe doing 5. That's pretty aggressive for me. I mean, I don't have a lot of ETH to just throw around like that. Because I do agree. I mean, like, I think that ETH is, I'm trying to stack ETH, you know what I mean? So, but with something like this, it's more of a gamble. And I think that this is a cool idea, and that I like that they're refunding the gas fees, and, the team is public. So check this one out. I've made a couple reservations here. This thing's going to be hype, guys. Yeah, so check it out. I'm going to do a whole video on this. I just haven't came around to it. They will be decentralized 21 getting production ready for Q1. Recommend keeping an eye on it. I think it could explode, fellas. Yeah, I mean, I heard the same thing 3 years ago. Let's keep an eye on it. It's going to be partners, and that's cool. And I just, that crypto moves so fast that I need a little bit more than that. There's other things going on, but I will. I haven't ignored it. So, we'll keep an eye on it. Cool ideas in crypto come a dime a dozen, guys. It's going to take a lot more than just a cool idea. There's so many coins out here. Look how many coins we got. Over 6,000 coins, over 400 exchanges. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on. And then look at Bitcoin's market cap, 285 billion, compared to, all these other altcoins that are just so much smaller than it. So, just understand the scope of things, Let's check out Wall Street Journal, see what they're saying. Biden looks like, he may be bringing it home. I've seen potential evidence of election interference or whatnot, but at the end of the day, I feel like, they just got to let the courts handle it. If you have a discrepancy, you put it in the courts and let the courts handle it, and it is what it is. Now, if you don't have any faith in the whole system, then, why are you even competing to begin with? This is the same system that elected him. You know what I mean? So I told you guys, I'm not for either or. I don't trust in the system. I'll be honest with you. But if you're playing with it, then You're in the game. You consented. You remember I said last week, you voted for either one of them. You already consented for the game. So this is the game. And it is what it is. The markets are rallying, and that's the bottom line. Let's check out Market Watch. Biden pulls ahead in Georgia. I mean, I don't believe that. You know what I mean? It's all of a sudden. But hey, again, prove it in the courts. You know the game that you're playing. At the end of the day, I don't want any more complaining. We don't got time for this. And it's all about talking about the election. Bitcoin's U.S. election surge. What happens next? There's a strong possibility that we may touch, at least test the all-time highs. A few weeks ago, I said I came across an article that was like saying, according to the options, it was about 5 to 8% possibility of us hitting all-time highs before next year. But that certainly changed this week with this surge for BTC. When I read that article, I kind of agreed with it, but I gave the chances more about 15%. But right now we're getting closer to a 50-50 chance. I still think that it's less possible to hit the all-time high, but it's more possible than before. What do you think is a good spot to buy ETH? That's a question that changes for depending on who it is or who, what your goals are, guys. I don't know what do you think is a good spot to sell ETH? You see what I'm saying? Unless you know when you're going to sell it, then when you're going to buy it, or what's your plan? How long do you want to hold it? Why are you getting into it? There's a whole, what's the strategy? Are you trying to sell tomorrow, or you want to hold for 10 years? You know what I mean? Because the answer to your question will change depending on what your purpose is. Are you trying to get into some of these staking platforms, into some DeFi projects? Then, the time doesn't really matter. If you're looking for the dip, then, right now it's not a dip. But as a rule of thumb, as, a kind of a generic answer to that question, I would say, what's a good spot to buy ETH? Well, average it out, every week or every month. So that way you don't have to worry about what the price is. And that would be the strategy if you're trying to save. Now, if you're trying to trade, that's a different strategy. But yeah, I bought some Bitcoin on Tron yesterday. I'm glad I did. Because, I'm on the T2X and I'm on a few staking platforms on Tron. I made some moves on BankerX and I got some gains. So I was sitting there on some Tron for a few days without making a move. And then I started seeing Bitcoin moving and I'm thinking, damn, Tron isn't dumping, but Bitcoin's moving up. So I just moved some of the Tron into BTC and it's gone up. And I would expect ETH to go up as well, as it has been. Okay. And my understanding is that ETH 2.0 is coming around the corner. They even Vitalik Buterin sends 1.4 million of ETH in preparation for ETH 2.0 staking. So I mean, the price of ETH may start to rocket too. Ethalic. that should just be his name, Ethalic. So Ethalic has sent his first Ether for staking on the next iteration of the blockchain network. Vitalik's address sent 100 transactions for 32 ETH each, totaling 3,200 units of the crypto. So he's going to stake 3,200 ETH. That deposit contract holds 38,000 plus ETH, worth some 17 million. ETH 2.0 is expected to launch soon, possibly in early December, after the date was brought back from Bitcoin's launch anniversary on January 1st. So, I mean, guys, look, keep an eye on this. If the Republicans would have had the 600 a week extra unemployment go until the first of the year, they would have won in a landslide. They had to know this very fishy. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure that would have helped them, Tony, but like, you could say that for a lot of things, if this, if that, if, there's a bunch of coulda, shoulda, wouldas, and there is something fishy. But listen, I'm not the election police. And like I said to you guys, don't get married to one of these, to either left or right. At the end of the day, they're not going to do anything for you, Tony, or for me. So, be self-sufficient and move forward. Because, getting caught up in the politics, you get too much. If you get caught up into politics too much, I mean, why not just be a politician? You know what I mean? Who gets caught up in politics are politicians. So unless you're a politician, and I'm not talking only to you, Tony, I'm talking to me as well and everybody else, get too much into politics, then you become a politician, guys. I mean, like, you might as well just get into that, become a social worker, a politician, get into that stuff. But unless you want to be that, then, keep it moving and worry about, business and adding value in your community and your family and all that. Enough with the politics. Everybody became a politician now, And I'm not saying this to Tony. I'm just saying this to like as a blank statement to everyone, including myself. It's like politics. It's like, we're not fucking politicians. We never liked them to begin with. So, it's my 2 cents. I'm sick of it. And I knew it was a fraud to begin with. It's all fishy, Tony. You know the deal. It's all fishy. The left, the right, they're all fishy. Same bird, different wings. I'm glad I didn't support any of these clowns. I'll be honest with you. I'm glad. I did not consent to either of these clowns. I feel a lot better about it. I'll tell you that much. I feel a lot better about it. How about BTC? They're at 15. Where are we at here? There we go. 15,475 ripping. What's going on with my computer here? Going wild. Sheesh. Raptorman says, too many promises, I'll believe it when I see it. Well, I'd definitely F EOC. I don't know what EOC is, but yeah, too many promises from both sides. Too many accusations and promises. The left with the Russia, the right now with the fraud. The guys they're sounding about the same. They're both a bunch of liars and a bunch of fraud. Maybe one is more of a fraud than the other, but at the end of the day, it's all dirty. That's what I'm trying to say, guys. And you could try to pick the lesser of two evils, but at the end of the day, you're dealing with evil. What's going on with this thing? Oh, there it goes. This trading view kind of bugging out on me today. Oh, was talking about ETH. And I thought you were talking about politics. Yeah, well, we'll see it. I believe it when I see it with ETH as well, too. There's a lot of promises with ETH. We've been hearing about this ETH 2.0 for I don't know how long. You know what, though, Rafterman? I think eventually they'll roll it out. I don't know if it's going to be in December or whatnot, but I think eventually they're going to roll it out. At least, though, at least ETH is functioning. There's actually projects. Things are going on. I mean, it's not a bunch of promises like Cardano. Cardano, I mean, they very well still may do something. But again, ETH is a lot further ahead than Cardano. Granted, they started earlier, but you know what I mean. There's a lot of projects in crypto that they just are promises. And they're not really, functional yet. There's Bitcoin. All right, guys, I'll take a few more comments and questions. Let me pass out these lemons and keep pushing it, guys. Shout out to everybody. Happy Friday. We got 9 crypto maniacs over here on D-Live. Christozilla just donated 2 lemons. Kaboom. Mr. Bean donated 1 ice cream. Athlete donated 1 ice cream. I appreciate all 3 of you. Thank you so much, guys. And let me go ahead and pass out some lemons. I got 50 in the treasure chest. Let me put another 50. We'll have 100 in total here. And I'll pass them out right now. Distribute rewards. Make sure you click on what you need to click on. Oh, yeah, there you go. 27 seconds. Let's go. Lucky winners: Athlete, 50 lemons; Stimp, 29 lemons; and 76, 21 lemons. Boom! Thank you guys for participating. I appreciate all you maniacs. 76 is asking, heard anything about GXY staking if they rug pulled? I don't know. I had one stake there, and the stake came up. I got my divs, and then I tried to sell the GXY, but I couldn't find anywhere to sell it on Just Swap. The two contracts had zero liquidity. So I ended up just restaking that one, batch. But now I try to log in the website. I can't access it. Let me try it again right now. So yeah, it's not looking good. Yeah, it's the website's not coming up. So yeah, I took a stab at that one time. I went on that in one auction, and then whatever I got out of that auction, I staked for 5 days. I got some divs, but I definitely didn't break even. I tried to sell the GXY, it didn't work. So I just said, well, you know what? What am I going to do? I'd just rather just, stake it. But now I can't even access the site. Now, there is a way to access the contract, assuming it's just like DSP. I just don't know where the video is. I've done it with DSP that you can go straight to TronScan and unstake. If you unstake, you get penalized somehow. So I don't know what to say. That's why I took a stab with just, one time I entered the auction and I never entered back again because, And I don't share that anymore because that obviously sucks, If it's a doomer, we move on. You know what I mean? If it's a doomer, we move on. If it's giving problems, we move on. That's what it is. And that's what I've said with all these projects. I give them a little test. I'll throw a little bit at it. If it's a doomer, I move on. I'm not going to go, that's why I don't go hard. I'll throw $100 or something like that, $200. In the case of Wise, I'm going a lot harder, but the team's public. There's an audit. But let me be clear, guys, for long-term moves and, as far as what I consider more of an investment is, Bitcoin and ETH. The other things are more speculations and pseudo gambling. Sup, boomers, not doomers. That's right. We're out here to boom, not doom. And listen, there's going to be some doom sometimes, and that's okay. But we continue to find the boom. 76 says, yeah, same here. Yeah, that's the deal. I mean, and we said it to 76, like, look, some of these platforms, I don't know how long they're gonna last. I have no idea, and because of that, I'm gonna test it out. You know what I mean, and document it and let you guys know how it's working. But yeah, GXY sucks, and I haven't thrown anything else into a DSP. I got a few stakes there. It's still up. The only one that seems to keep going is T2X, honestly. Who won the election then says, Bitcoin. That's who won the election. Bitcoin won the election. Boom. I see people out there writing in Satoshi Nakamoto for president. But Bitcoin won. Bitcoin won. I'll be honest. It's, like I said, it doesn't matter who sits behind the Oval Office. The bank will continue to get bailed out, it seems. So, expect the markets to go up. I told you last week, expect a post-election rally. I just didn't think it would happen so quick without a clear winner, but here we are. Pedal to the metal. I mean, the country is Bitcoin orange. I know. Exactly. Yeah, guys. Yeah, that's what I didn't take the left or the right path. I took the middle path here with Bitcoin, and I'm not married to either one of these fools, Donnie or Joey. It certainly looks like there's some funny bunny going on, but you could say that for both parties. There's funny bunny going on both sides. You know what I mean? Right now, there's definitely a lot of funny on the left side, as it has been for years. But let's not act. There hasn't been funny bunny on the other side as well. So I mean, Banks be going bust. Check Bank to the Future channel out. Some good stuff in the future stuff there. Banks are gaining weight. I mean, they're getting basically they're allowed to print funny money. You know what I'm saying? So as long as the Fed keeps bailing everybody out, the stocks are up as they completely skyrocketed yesterday. They're only, they're trading sideways now, but look at this. The economy is not even completely open and this thing keeps going all the way up. So, kaboom. Champ, I used your guide to get me some honey. Thanks for putting that up. Think I made $10 or something in the hope we get airdrops there. Yeah, let's see. I mean, actually, let's look at the price of honey because I know it dumped. I'm still holding a little bit of honey. I'll be honest, I'm not that happy about holding it because it dumped a lot. But I did take some profits when it went over 1,000. There's honey down at 428, which is kind of ugly. I've seen this go as high as 1,500. I still think there's a lot of potential here in this blockchain, XDAI, as an alternative to Ethereum. Let's see. Right now Ether's ripping and, all eyes are on Bitcoin and Ether. But you'll start seeing some of the altcoins gain weight. They trickle behind. C says, yeah, I only got a little. Need to check my wallets. Yeah, I don't know if there's been a drop. I don't think there's been a drop, but there's been rumors that there may be. So let's see. U.S. adds 638,000 jobs in October and unemployment drops 6.9. Whether that's true or not, it certainly has impacted the markets favorably, in my opinion. And look out and says what a Biden-Trump win would mean for second round of stimulus checks. I think we're getting the stimulus checks regardless. I told you guys, I think there's going to be more than one more package. I can see maybe even two. So expect inflation. And that's probably another reason why anti-inflation assets like Bitcoin and gold are performing well. Because you can expect inflation no matter who sits behind that desk. And one could argue that you can expect even more inflation under a Joey administration. They may even run this thing up even more. And that's why many would argue that, Wall Street wants Joey because, more funny money, So let's see, guys. Either way, things are up. So, let's enjoy it for now. Stimp just donated 1,000 BitTorrent and 4,000 BitTorrent. Thank you so much, Stimp. That's awesome. It's not often that people donate BitTorrent, but you could do that right here. And I appreciate that, Stim. Thank you so much. Let me drop a bomb for you. Kaboom to you. Yeah, indeed. I heard they're extending the furlough until at least March 2021 in UK, so plenty more printing to come. Yes, champ, aka inflation. Right. Inflation is going to inflate the prices of these assets as well. So, you can expect that. Made me some money on NIO stock. It's a boomer, big time. Yeah, I was looking at that one. They're doing electric cars or whatnot. They're out of China, right? That one's been performing well this week. And that's don't sleep. And if you're into that one, Roger, don't sleep on Workhorse. I've been talking about Workhorse. It's it's kind of the same thing. Electric vehicles or whatnot. Check out Workhorse. They recently dipped and then they ripped yesterday, I think. Where are they at? Workhorse. WKHS. Let me check out their charts. There it is. Yeah, they dumped. Let me show you let's look at their 3-month chart. It went up to above $30 and then it dumped. They have a contract with UPS and they've already delivered a few thousand brown trucks, electric brown vehicles. So, I'm liking this because they're doing commercial electric vehicles. So, yeah, one could argue that this could be an entry point here for Workhorse. I don't know. Look at the chart. Let's look at the year to date. Rafterman says, yeah, I'm careful on China crap. Yeah, careful on that. It's true. I mean, but, you know, you got to be careful. But, you know, China crap is also Alibaba and stuff like that. So, you know, you got to consider that. But NIO is China. You're right. Workhorse is more USA. But, yeah, careful. Let's see. Depending on what, you know, I'll tell you this. I believe that a Joey administration would be more favorable to a China deal. You know, they want to play ball with him, not with with Donnie. So, you know, but either or, I don't, you know, you got to be careful. You're right, Rafterman. You got to be careful. Don't put too much trust in there. You never know. Yeah, but check this workhorse stock out there, Roger, if you're into NIO. How slow is TradingView moving today? Wow. Roger says, copy that. Yeah, check them out. I got them on my radar. I haven't took a stab at it yet, but I definitely like it. And, you know, maybe now could be the time. I don't know. But just, you know, keep an eye on it. Because I think we can all agree that, you know, the electric vehicle industry will grow, I would say, you know, especially for commercial vehicles. All right, guys, on that note, I think I'm going to go ahead and sign off. Check out the WISE token. I got the link down below. This is the one that I'm going to be speculating on, that I'm already speculating on. I got 2+ ETH. I'll probably have about 5 ETH on this sooner than later, and they're refunding the gas fee. So, you know, keep an eye. Someone asked, oh, why get into this if ETH is going to boom? I don't think that the two are in competition. I'm still stacking ETH, but, you know, I'll speculate some ETH onto this as well. And then the rest of the links for everything else that I've experimented with are down below. Make sure you join D Live, guys. I like D Live. Roger says, I work for UPS. I haven't seen or heard they're going that way in mass yet. Yeah, check them out. Actually, I've already read this. They've already delivered about a few thousand vehicles that are already on the road that are made by Workhorse. So this is not a rumor. This is already a fact. Now, you know, a few thousand vehicles on the road is probably not that much considering how big UPS is. But, yeah, check them out regardless there, Roger. Check them out. Especially now that it's overlapping with your work, with UPS. So you may find out more. Take care, Rafterman. Take care, Roger, Athlete, C, and the rest of the boomers out there, guys. Stay strong. Check out the links. I'll be back on Monday. And enjoy your weekend, guys. Don't get too hyper polarized with the politics. Don't get too hyper polarized with the politics, lest you become a politician yourself, guys. So don't do it. Don't become a politician, please. Yeah, I need to go back on D Live. Safe champ. Cheers. Catch you on the flip side. Indeed. Have a good one. See, and you too, Roger. Yeah, follow me on D Live, guys. This one's pretty cool. You could stake BitTorrent, and this is like a Tron-based streaming app. It's I like it. I really like this one. As far as you know, live streaming on crypto, this one's pretty hot. Yeah, happy weekends. Don't let the politics get to you. Yeah, guys, don't let the politics get to you, guys. There's obviously funny bunny going on, but I mean, if you've been following it, you know, you know, it's nothing new, guys. It's nothing new. Start with the moon landing. Okay, even before that, there's funny bunny going on. But I mean, there's so much funny to the funniest bunny. Snipe it out the box, guys. And focus on yourself. Say that 3 times fast. You got it, Roger. Stay strong out there, guys. I'll catch you guys on the flip side. If not sooner this week, and maybe I'll do another video. But definitely on Monday, I'll be back. It's the voice of the blockchain, Satoshi's big cousin, crypto's finest, Champagne Crypto.